Welcome back, peoples. As you can see, I am back. And I'm playing Tron Evolution Battle Grids for the Wii. This is one of the other Wii games that I was trying to get. You know, I've been trying to get some more games recently. So I figured, hey, let's get some Tron going. And of course I'm wearing my Tron t-shirt, so I kind of had to. Alright, let's get this going. I played this a little bit already when I got it earlier today. So, you know, I kind of had to. Either today, I think it was today, yeah. Or it was yesterday. Yesterday I got it, so I played a little bit of it. You know, anyways, I haven't done the story mode, I just did the grid games. So let's attempt to go and do story mode. Ooh, what should my name be, guys? I don't know. I wonder. Alright, let's there we go, that's a good name. I stand by it. I like the music though. Ooh, not green. It's like either the dark blue, that kinda... Those look kinda good. There's no white. It'd be nice if it was just white. But you know. Anyways, let's go with that one. Already earned 30 bits, look at that. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I think that's great. Where's gonna be earned? So this is sort of you know, basically the Wii version somewhat of Tron Evolution, which was released on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and I don't know if there was a PC version of it, but basically, you know, for the Wii they just did a version like this, where it's a little different, but the idea is still in the same, you know, universe, the same story that Tron Legacy had started, or continued from the original Tron movie, so, you know, just do this. Alright. Okay, let's see here, what can let's go, so I guess, okay, so there's this. Oh, I see. What should this hair be? Oh yeah, trying to, I think they said, let's go left and right. It said left and right, but I didn't pay attention to what it wanted me to do. Or like how to change stuff. Because, you know, I am smart like that. Or I just hit next page. That would, I mean, that makes sense. So it was probably telling me that this does this. Okay. Though I think that one kind of works-ish. Which one looks like me the most? No. Guess it would have to be this one, even though it was like a goofy thing, but why not? Why not? There we go. It's me. Okay. Sure. That looks like me-ish. Not really. might be able to turn this up. Because I know some music would be copyright, so hopefully this is not considered copyright music. We'll see though. Sure, that looks exactly like me. Nope, that's not. I was looking for something lighter than this, but this is as light as it goes. That's fine. Sure. Oh, okay, I see what I... Okay. Oh, that's closer to my... There we go, that's more my eyebrows. That's my eyebrow sound. No, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, I don't know if I have that much. No. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. So some of these are like tattoos, I guess. Oh, I see. I can unlock things if I really wanted to. But that's, I mean, that's basically what I have, you know. Basically. Eye color is not purple. Alright, that looks exactly like me, so I think that's good. Oh, cool, I get to choose the helmet. There, I mean, good, now we don't see my face. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see what I can get. Oh, and I can get other ones. If, since I got 30 bits, I mean, I just want to see what they look like. The problem, I can't even see what it looks like. Oh well. I kind of like that one. That one's similar to what's his face from the Tron Evolution game, like the first Tron Evolution game on the 360 and PS3. I think it's called Anon, like Anonymous. I think I'll go with that. Oh, and I can change. Okay, that's cool. I can change which suit he's gonna. Okay. Oh, okay. You can change. Oh, that's kind of cool. Of course. So I might go with that. Though it would have been nice to change like the helmet variation. Okay. Sure, let's do that. Right. Okay. The sun. Sure. And this one might. It's like, yeah, I could do another one. Guess I could do these two. That's yeah, okay. Oh, I see. That just. Okay, I get it. So I'll do that, but. No, I see left and right on the control pad to rotate the camera. Okay, that's what I just went through that too quickly and I missed it. So okay, I guess that could work. But it would have been nice if the helmet I could make it so it looks to match this, or at least have this more dark or whatever. But guess I would have to change that. Let's try that again, I suppose. Like, but whatever, I can't really change that, so I'll just go with that. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. That seems good. Yeah, rookie. Yes, difficulty definitely easy with good. All right, so let's see the story mode of this. Though I don't think I saw anything for subtitles. Then again, I didn't really check for options, so I didn't see anything. But oh well, let's see how this goes.
Traditionally, the Game Grid Championships have been dominated by one program, Tron. But since Tron retired from competition, with a perfect record I might add, the stage is set for a new champion. Will the Basics and their rising star player Blaze continue their winning streak in this competition, even without Tron? Or could this be the first time ever that an ISO takes the title? Only one thing is for sure. It's all up for grabs here in these grid games. Game on!
Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can go for the settings. I will. Okay. Ah, life cycle. There we go.
You'll be able to tell all your
Can I not pause?
By the eventual champion.
Oh, I'm looking for the pause button. Okay, that's... Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's try to go through... Yeah, I don't see anything of Let's put the brightness up. It seems a little dark, but there's no... Yeah, there's nothing for closed caption, subtitles, anything of the sort. Let's you know, calibrate this, because this one is the actual one that has the Wii Motion Plus in it. So, and okay, let's resume. All right. There we go. Oh, right. So, okay. And then I think this is, there it is. Okay, that's what I'm like. There we go. See, this is cool. I like that you can actually use it. I wish there was more of this used. Because I did play what is it? The disc games, you know, the identity disc games. And you don't, like, the way I thought you would be able to do that is to... Yeah, that's right. Oh, and then I got myself. Oh, thank you. Oh, that works. Okay, I see. But anyways,
alright, I see.
Oh, that worked. Look at that. Like, okay. I know what I'm doing, guys. Don't just calm down. Oh, dang it. I was trying to jump up. It's okay. Oh, I was trying to quickly move. Alright, here we go. Anyways, because with the disc game, what you think is that you use the Wii mode to actually like throw it in a way. I keep crashing. To throw it like this, like to use it and go like this to throw your disc, but that's not how that works. Unfortunately. okay. Oh, okay. So far it's the light cycle stuff that I like more for the fact that you're using the controls like this. They can actually do this to move it. No, I keep pressing my... That's great. I am a pro. Oh, crap.
You don't put up much of a fight, do you?
Yeah, I was hoping to try to catch her. So, oh, she crashed herself. Good job. And then I do it right after. I'm a pro at this, obviously. Oh crap. See, if I had like mine out, that would be really good. There's the brakes, okay.
No way!
It's all over.
I did it, guys. Super pro. I knew exactly what I was doing. Nice. Okay, 6 bits. Cool. That works. Let's bring it down a bit. Alright. Screen too dark. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of for the Wii games, a lot of them are just too dark and it's like base brightness. So you really have to crank it all the way, and even then it's like, you know. Welcome to Tron City! Okay. Oh.
Good game. I just got lucky.
Well, looks like there are subtitles automatically. That's
luck
good.
to win this thing. I think maybe I'll keep my eye on you.
Oh, sorry, little sprite.
Don't apologize, Bosch. This ISO glitch wasn't watching where he was going.
Hey, Bitbrain, show some respect. You're talking to the future Grid Games champion here.
So all that time it worked on my face like didn't even matter because I thought it would take off the helmet
Win this tournament, I'll
during
see that.
cutscenes,
Let's go.
but no, it doesn't.
We got a
So it's like,
championship
there was
to
no
win.
point in me fixing my face at all.
Forget
That's
those
funny.
programs. They'll get theirs. Come on.
So I might as well just take off the helmet. I don't know if I can do that in the middle of this one. Oh, training story. So I can move around in the story mode. Okay, that's cool. Did I jump? No? Oh, I see. So this is just, okay. So I can't do this to move around. This does nothing. Alright. But I guess I could technically put in an nunchuck and do that, so. Well let's, get some more. I don't know if I can even change my character. Oh well, I'll just have the helmet on. That's fine. I can make another account. That's okay. So let's see if I get the nunchuck in here and see if that moves the... Oh, okay, yeah, I can just move the character around like that. Oh, and then C does... Okay, that's... Alright, that works.
I bet you can't find the 3 stashes of bits that I placed around here. They're so well hidden that you don't even have a chance of seeing them, let alone reaching them. Yeah, nobody but me can ever find them all.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so that's jump. Alright, so, yeah, not even, like, oh, I guess I need to hit aim. So it's theoretically, I could have just used the Wiimote to do, like, everything with other than nunchuck. So I might actually, that might be a little better, I don't know. Because some of the games require nunchuck. Oh, this guy got corrupted.
Whatever you do, don't leave the city.
Potentially.
I've heard those grid bugs can grow as large as your hand out there.
Usually when it's green, it's like, oh, that's corruption or whatever in the Tron Evolution game. So he's just, yeah. He's just saying a thing. Hey, can I talk to you? So that's kind of cool. Though I wonder if I can change my character, like, in between this. Like, if I were to go to quit, let's say, and then go and change to take the helmet off and see if that would work. Potentially. So this is kind of fun. Obviously I like it because it's, you know, Tron, right? But, well, that's the thing, it's like, should I continue? But I would like to, see, there's even cheats here too, so, oh yeah, that's this way settings, audio, yeah, but yeah, there's cheat codes, I'll have to look that up at some point, see that, but, yeah, so there's manage profile, so this might work. If I manage profile, customize. Okay, so then now I can. Okay, that's cool. All right, so that's actually really good because then if you know, quote unquote, made a boo boo, though I like that. if you want to change your character after you've done it. All right, well that's cool. All right, so let's do it. So I can go here now and just continue and then. Alright. But yeah, so it's cool. Obviously, I'd like to have more Wii games. And whatnot. Though it looks like they are shutting a lot more stuff down, like Netflix. Well, so basically what happened was that YouTube turned off whatever, or shut down their servers for older apps, such as the Wii, right? So older, you know, I guess, yeah. Older supported, you know, apps or platforms, whatever. So, but with Netflix, they kept it up so you can still, even with their newer stuff, they still made it so that if you had a Wii, you could still watch Netflix, even though it's not in HD. You could still watch movies, TV shows, whatever on Netflix. It's a little bit different of a user interface, but simpler, very simple. But it still worked, and with your new accounts or whatever, like whatever you do, it still worked. But then it said by the end of this month, I think, is when they're cutting. It says that it's ending it for Netflix. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, but like I get it. But I mean, let's just say I hope they don't do that for the Wii U. Let's just say, because that's one of the things I want to get next. Is a Wii U, because then I obviously can play Wii U games, but with that I can play Wii games. So it's something and I said this before, but what I want to make this eventually, just this Wii, is to make it as a GameCube. You know, basically, is to play all my GameCube games on, and that's what it'll be set for. Although I still need a Wii remote in order to actually you know, just to play the disc, you need the Wii remote to hit play and then whatever, because for whatever reason you can't use a GameCube controller you know, in the main menu. As far as I can tell. I might have to double check that, but as far as I can tell, you can't do that. You would actually have to use the Wii remote to, you know, move around and then hit A and to select the disc, and then once that's done, you can then use the GameCube controller for everything else for the GameCube games. So I might have to leave one just for the Wii menu itself. But then I have, whenever I get a Wii U, it's just get a bunch more Wii remotes, sync it up to the Wii U, and then I'm able to play all my Wii games, of course Wii U games, and with a controller, so. So yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. I usually, like, you know, I have a local pawn shop in my town, and they have, well, I mean, that's how I got this Wii, but I'm sure Wii U, a Wii U would show up at some point, so. Let's just,
I'm busy, ISO.
Okay, cool. Let's continue the story then. That's kind of cool. They have like a whole thing.
Wait here. I'll go get us something to drink.
Greetings, program. Good showing in the grid earlier. I haven't seen such skill and strength in a program. Is it? Well, let's just say you stood out.
Thanks.
In fact, some very important friends of mine would very much like to meet you.
That's great, but I'm waiting for someone, and the next round is gonna start soon.
Oh, you'll be back in time.
Hey, all I could find were these. Zeus?
Why, young Quora, I should have known I would see you in this competition.
You know each other?
Yes, we've got some mutual friends.
Zeus has asked me to go somewhere with him.
I promise this will be worth the effort. My friends would have not made the request were it not of the utmost importance.
It's okay. You can trust him.
Okay, I'll go with you. If Cora can come with us.
I don't see why not. The more the merrier.
Awesome.
Marvelous.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying out all the buttons to see what else they do. Just jump and then this to move around.
Ready to leave so soon?
Lead the way.
Do your best to keep up.
Yay, I've unlocked Tron City. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. So I'll have to get more bits and I can unlock all these. Which I assume I can use in like other stuff. So. Gorgeous. So I might go with the standard. Oops. There we go. Let's go standard. Why not? It's a light cycle race. Here we go, guys. Come on. What's cool is like this is actually different music that's used. You know, in this game it's different from the other Tron Evolution games, so I think that's cool. Of course, even though it's not labeled Tron Revolution, it's Tron Runner, but it's basically all in the same, you know, universe, even within the game. So, you know, it's like it's kind of cool that we were able to get at least 3 different Tron games. You have this game on the Wii, and Tron Evolution on 360 and PlayStation 3, and potentially on computer. I don't know. But then of course you get Tron Runner, which I think is on PC, but of course it's on Xbox One, and I'm just gonna have to assume it's on PlayStation 4.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
See you at the finish line. Just a minor setback.
Oh, right.
Time to top.
Well, that sucks. I'm just like, what am I doing? But yeah, I should probably actually, like, you know. Oh, I didn't even, that was, didn't even see, okay. Interesting.
What's this?
Oh, a little fast here. Oh, man. Alright.
Think you're a game, Greek chap. Is this a personal challenge?
I keep hitting the bad
Maybe I
ones.
could slow down for you? Oh, really? I was expecting more competition.
Oh, come on. Alright. Oh, gee.
You see me again soon.
Just a minor setback.
Oh, I see. It doesn't do the full. Okay. See, I thought it was gonna do the full turn, like the other times. Like, okay.
Hey, wait!
Oh, that works, and then I fail.
No time to talk.
Is this a personal challenge?
Oh, I should have jumped. Yeah. So sometimes you don't have to jump, but
You don't have to make
it's good to always try to. Oh, I got second.
Where are you going?
Ooh, underfoot.
I was expecting more competition.
Look at that. Welcome to Tron's place. We're at Tron's. Oh, I see. I can get the bits that should, I guess, add to the bits I can buy things with.
A little on the small side.
Trust me, this ISO is the favorite.
Well then, let's see if you're right.
I'm not ready yet. Whee! So let's see if I can get some bits then. If it'll let me. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, it would be this. Oh, Flynn's! They got Flynn. So again, I have to guess that this is adding to bits for buying stuff. Oh, that was good. Oh, oh, good. Oh. So let's see if I can buy something once I get enough of these. Oh, that was good. Alright, well... It's like, nope, nope. Oh. Failure. cool you can slide down like that. That's kind of cool. Alright, there's one here. Oh, we got Mike from Canada. Welcome to the stream. Nice stopping by. Watch me play Tron Evolution Battle Grids for the Wii. Wii. Yes, that's right. This is correct. Oh. Alright, so let's actually. Is it this? Yeah. But I know there's a store. Whatever, I gathered some bits, let's see if that adds to anything. But let's continue a little bit of the story. I don't know how long I'll stream this, because I streamed a little bit later than I wanted to, but I did have to work today, so... it's 12:30 a.m. in the morning now. And I'm shooting 40 minutes, so we'll see how much more.
Well then, let's see if you're right.
I know Kung Fu, yeah. I mean, basically, The Matrix just ripped off Tron. You know, basically. You know, going in the computer world and, you know, seeing the cities and whatnot in the computer. All that stuff. I'm just saying, okay? Just throwing it out there. Okay, we got... Oh, see, okay, so that might have all went to... Yeah, I got 70. Okay, so that might have added then what I did. Ooh, then you can get Tron. Tron ripped off the Matrix. No, Tron came out first. Don't know if you recall, in the 80s, the first Tron movie came out, and then Tron Legacy came out 2010, I believe. So technically, and the Matrix came out in 1999. So technically, the Matrix ripped off Tron, so just throwing it out there. Okay, so that one does whatever, let's just go. So with this one, I would think that what you do is like throw it like this, you know, that would make sense to me. But from what it looks like, at least from the other game modes, that's not how you actually, you know, do stuff. And I was like, huh? Wasn't the first Tron yeah, it was like 1978, 1979, something like that. So, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. And it was crazy because there was so much stuff that Tron was talking about computers and different stuff about basically avatars, right? That we would all like start to have. You know, and like the Xbox avatars type thing. Or even the, you know, the Mii's and like other things that would represent the person in real life. That's what Tron had back in the 80s. And then you know, just the idea of like the internet, essentially, like all this stuff, and that there would be like the AI, you know, learning all this stuff from the computer and all that stuff. Where's my avatar? I don't know, Mike. I don't know where your avatar is. And flying car. Yeah, that's it. They didn't have flying cars in Tron, so Tron never promised you that. Back to the Future promised you that. Back to the Future. Yeah, even the first one did that because of the end. But yeah, anyway, so you know, Tron did a lot of innovative stuff that just people back then were like, huh? And of course, using CGI, using computers. That was a funny thing, is because back then the Academy Awards, like the Oscars and all that stuff, they all thought that if you were to use a computer like CGI, that's cheating. It has to be all hand-drawn animation, otherwise it shouldn't count as to get an Academy Award nomination or to win. So Tron was left out, even though it did so much innovative stuff with the mixture of 2D animation, CGI, and then live action. Like, and it looked great. Like, so much of it looked great. And they're like, no, that's cheating. CGI, using computers to make special effects, oh, that's cheating. You can't win. And of course, now we have, you know, so many movies now where CGI is used, and people get, you know, Academy Awards for best special effects, all that stuff, or best visual effects, whichever. But it's like, you know, Tron should have won that. Tron started that, you know, idea in the beginning. So it's like, So, you know, it's, okay, so, but then as you can also do that, I tried it before with the, I tried with the nunchuck and, the Wii remote, but I'm gonna try without it and see how that works. First movie with CGI was, I'm pretty sure it was Tron. I don't know if there was something before that. But the first fully, you know, CGI or animated CGI movie was, you know, Toy Story. But the one to actually use CGI is like, here, let's make a movie. You know, like use it in a movie. I'm pretty sure it was Tron. Because again, back then, it was considered very bad and cheating if you were to use CGI in any way as a visual effect. Because again, it's not 2D drawn animation, so they just go, oh, it's cheating. You can't win an Academy Award. You can't win an Academy Award if you use computers to make visual effects. Come on, like that is just silly. And of course, again, so Tron should have won an Academy Award for best visual effects.
You might want to try
using computers. So, you know, was it Westworld 1973? Well, that's the thing. It probably didn't win an Academy Award. If it, or if it was, it's like, oh well, it was something slightly. It's like a probably a screen display or something like that. Because, but with Tron, it was like a lot of the movie was with CGI stuff. So if it did win any awards, it's because it's like, oh well, that was a screen or something, like something not considered. Because again, back then, so it'd be like, so then it would be Westworld and Tron with, you know, actually using to use CGI, but of course Tron just used a lot more. And again, like, I'm pretty sure Toy Story would have won. I think, I don't know if there wasn't anything for animation, like anything for Academy Award of like when using a fully CGI animation, if Toy Story won anything, but it would have been because, you know, a bit from Westworld, but mainly from Tron. Again, Tron like used that a lot with the light cycle stuff and all of their ships and different stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, 82. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because because thankfully they actually put they redid somewhat. They just they put the first Tron movie on Blu-ray, you know, with the release of Tron Legacy. So I was able to get both Tron and Tron Legacy. But it's cool seeing like cleaning up the movie of Tron and seeing it in Blu-ray and all that stuff. So that was kind of cool, and all the different behind-the-scenes stuff about it, about them, like documentary stuff of them actually trying to make this movie work, where they actually didn't get a preview of what they were doing. Like they couldn't see what the shapes looked like. They just had to go and type it in all the mathematics of like, this is the shape. And just have to hope that it would have, you know, worked. Because the computers, like, back then were just like... They knew they had to make, you know, different shapes, like, it's a circle, it's a square, it's a, you know, rectangle, whatever.
You're right.
And they would have to type it in, like, what the...
What do you think, Calcus?
Actually, it's nominated for Best Costume,
a little raw, but
Best Sound Design, yeah, but not for visual effects.
Maybe even a championship.
Can someone
again
explain to me what's happening here?
But if, again, well, did you find out, Mike? Since it looks like you're looking it up, did you find out what they used the CGI on? Like what was the computer graphics on? Probably a screen.
They can achieve.
Like the first ever ISO grid games.
Something small.
For example.
I asked Zeus to scout
Whereas
for new
Tron
talent
did,
in this
like,
tournament.
a good majority of the movie had CGI in
the
it.
Players. And he found you.
And you think I could really?
And they were, again, like I said, it was
And my
they
friend
were
Kelpis,
told that they
one of
could
my
not even,
strongest and bravest competitors from
you know,
past
get a
generations,
nomination
has agreed to hone your
because they use
you're interested.
heavily used
don't know
CGI
what
in
to
their
say.
visual
Say
effects.
yes, Bitbrain. Calcus knows his stuff. If anyone can get you ready to play, it's him.
Because I guess that's probably the only thing they could have really
By the
wanted
way,
for. I mean, the story
good
was
to see you
interesting
again.
for sure,
Serious?
but probably
Is
not
there
enough to
anyone you
win
don't know?
an Academy
Okay,
Award.
Count me in.
But
Glad to hear it.
definitely the visuals.
We don't have
you would
much
think,
time, so we'll start right away.
because of how
Follow me.
unique it was and just way ahead of its time. But has a Guinness World Book Record of first again, Mike. What was it? What was in the movie that was CG? That was CGI. See, that's what I'm trying to find out. Oh, computer-generated animation. Okay, what was the animation then? Like, what was it? Wait, if they went... Well, then when was this? Because, Guinness World Book Record. Yeah, well, okay, it's Guinness World Book Record, yeah, for the first CG animation. But yeah, it's still interesting to find out, since you still haven't found that out yet, Mike. What was it used on? Like, what was the actual animation? Was it a computer screen? Probably background stuff. Okay, well, thanks, Mike. Thanks. You really done your research. Yeah, exactly. It's probably something very small and not noticeable. And let's see if you did say if it was nominated for any Academy Awards. Oh yeah, you said it was for costume and whatever. So yeah, because it was smaller, very minimal. You know, they probably didn't. They're like, okay, that's fine. But again, with Tron, it's like probably the biggest thing would have been the visuals, and they're like, oh well, there was mostly CG in it, and that doesn't count. Well, look that up, Mike. Look, do the research on Tron, the original. So, I would say, well, it's probably animation scenes with the. It's animation probably animation. Well, it's animation probably a scene with the bikes. What? You mean in Westworld? Is there a scene in? I haven't seen the movie. Clearly, you have, and you know it so well, and you're not looking at all of this on Google, on the internet. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
What? But I know a lot about the Tron-y-tron, since like I said, I have the movie. Okay, that's good. And I've seen the stuff from there and what they're talking about it. And done some slight research of my own, but yeah, that's... Because it was Disney animation, like no one wanted to do Tron. Like it was... They're like, what is this? And Disney's like, okay, well, we'll do it, because it did had some, oh boy, some, like I said, 2D animation in it, so... But yeah, a lot of people were like, no, well, Tron is gonna use CG or whatever, or just they thought the concept was just weird. Like computers, and you're inside the computer, and like, what's this? You know? And, like, even the idea of a laptop was just like, what? You're gonna have a computer the size of a briefcase? Like, what? CGA and CGI, two different things. Okay, well then what's the difference, Mike? What are the difference between CGA and CGI? You tell me. Mr. Knower of all knowledge of CGA and CGI. What is it? Explain. Awesome. While we watch this animated video game. So it could be something that is has animation on top of it, or it's helping some of the movement. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Because CGI is computer-generated imagery, so then computer-generated animation. It's like, okay, so you're generating the animation through computer, so that means it's something that's still, and then the computer would then make it move. Is that the idea? Because then that wouldn't count, because they're not actually using, you're not making the images straight from the computer. You're using a 2D image and then making it move from the computer, which again is still, back then, is still crazy, but you know, the idea of CGI would be creating it all in the computer. Animation is moving images, yeah, exactly. So then you would, through the computer, move a 2D image to walk around, I guess, like, you know, again, or if it is background stuff, then it's just like, yeah, it would have to be a very specific thing, and I sometimes forget who I am, you know, but I guess I did good, so that's all that matters. And then I die. Oh, system on events. Okay, well that's not me, which makes sense. So like, you failed. Here's how many times you lost. It's like, thanks. But is that what it is? Is that the computer is moving a single image around? Imagery is static or dynamic. So, computer-generated animation is imagery that is static or dynamic. Is this what you're saying, or you just... What? Static or dynamic. It's like, isn't that contradictory to itself? Because static means still, or has no movement. Dynamic would be, you know, a variety of things. Anyways, let's continue with this a little bit more.
I've seen grid bugs before. Destructive and dangerous creatures. No one really knows what their purpose is.
Okay, cool. I thought I was here, but that's okay.
You need a few more matches under your belt before you're ready. Want to continue your training?
Animation, movie, imagery, static, or dynamic. Well, that's what I mean. Then you have to know what's the definition of dynamic, because from what I recall, dynamic is something that is, you know, not static. And again, static meaning something that's either still or seen by different angles. Okay. So it would be a single image being seen in different angles. Then animation is moving. So, again, does that mean they taking a 2D image and then having the computer make it go like this? So then, can be 3D. Okay, what is can be 3D? The CGI or the CGA? See, now you have to explain yourself more. You have to be very, you know, help me understand words you say, because sometimes you just type things that I'm like, what are you trying to say? Like, especially when you type them so short. It's like, what? Standard. No, you see it dynamically from different angles. If it's moving, it's animated. So basically you're saying CGI would just be, or like what you're describing as dynamic, just means a still image but then made into 3D so they can be seen in different angles, and then animation be moving. So okay, well then we'll have to, okay, so then, because there's a lot of things moving in Tron. Actually, no, it could be mostly CGI stuff, because I'm trying to think. Because a lot of it was just them rotoscoping, you know, live action things. I'm trying to think what would have moved, because there's the recognizers. Oh no, there was some movement in that. Yeah, there was some CGA in there. It's the first, yeah, but to solely have a good, like what, 40%, 50%? His first imagery, yeah, Tron is first animation, yeah. So I don't know why you said Westworld was CGA, and then Tron was CGI. That sounds like... So then it would be CGI was first used in Westworld, and CGA was, or whatever. See, you're flip-flopping, man. You're confusing. It's confusing, especially when I'm trying to win at a. Tron is the first CGA. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure you. Let's look back. I'm pretty sure you said Westworld was CGA, and I was like, man, that's why I was confused. Again, I'm trying to win at a, you know, what? Disc battle here. And I do get confused sometimes as to who's me, but I think I know now. Because we all do the same thing. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm done here. Alright, I think I know who I am now. Ridiculous! Yeah, that's me. Okay, I was like, what? Get this system monitor here and yay! So it's possible that they allowed CGI a very small, minimal amount, but then once it's CGA, they're like, no, that can't win an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. But I mean, CGI is, you know, always gets confused with other things anyway, so. Yeah, because all you said was no. Here's the thing: you never said what was what. You just said nominated for best costume and sound design, and then you just said has a Guinness World Book record for first use of CGA. And it's like, well, I had to assume that was Westworld, but you never corrected me, so I was like, okay. No, it's like here's because I'm reading off exactly what you said. When I asked about it, all you wrote was nominated for best costume and sound design, which is what, Tron, or was that Westworld? Has Guinness World Record for first use of CGA. You never said if that was Tron or Westworld. So, and when I kept saying Westworld and Tron as yeah, I'm sorry I didn't keep up with you not stating anything. I'm sorry. Not stating names with what you were saying. Because, oh, you need to keep up what I was saying, because when I kept saying, so Westworld was CGA, and then you were like, didn't correct me until like now. So, man, Mike, you need to keep up. And go, oh, you must have misunderstood. I meant this. But of course, you didn't do that, so... Again, Mike. Communication. Why do you think I keep asking questions every time you speak or type? Well, I haven't heard you speak, so I've seen you type, so when you type things, you kind of just type without saying, oh, this is what it's supposed to go with. Because you could have been talking about, like, you know, some other movie that you haven't mentioned yet, and go, oh, I'm talking about this other movie, keep up. Like, okay, Mike. That's why you, especially when you're typing something, you really need to, you know, be precise so that people understand what we're all talking about. Either way, Tron is is very influential in the idea
Want to continue your training?
Having a majority of the movie, whatever percent, I don't know what percent it is, it could be like 40%. Because, yeah, because a lot of it was a mixture of live action 2D and well, CGA. Though I'm sure CGI was in there too. You bet. I guess I just have to keep doing this and win one of them? Is that the idea? I don't know. Anyways. Don't you have extrapolation abilities? No. Not if you just state things without without saying what it is, not even inkling, because you could have easily said Westworld won this. Westworld was the first for this. Or you could say Westworld won this, also it had won this. Or whatever, or also was this. So, or was, you know, whatever. Because it definitely wouldn't have won any Academy Awards. Well, again, because Tron, with like, the story was definitely weird at the time. Again, someone getting sucked into a computer and then talking to these animated, you know, computer characters. It's like, what? It's like, what? And then, you know, so everything is certainly in your perception of conversation. What? So everything is a certainty in your perception of conversation. What are you trying to say here? So everything is certain in your perception of conversation. Well, when I'm talking about two different things, and I state what these things are, and then you just say something without stating what it is or what it's connected to, I could assume one thing, but then even after I assume it and you don't correct me, so I don't know what you're trying to imply. You take everything at defined face value. Well, I would hope that people would, you know, try to communicate in a way that everyone would understand. Especially when you're texting and typing. Because I can't see your emotion, I can't see your facial expressions, I can't even hear your tone of voice. So you could have easily be joking about half of this stuff and I wouldn't even know, because it's all in text form. Especially in text form, you need to, you know, state things a lot clearer. So, I understand. Well, there you go. So, okay, what? Okay. I'm like, what? Sometimes I get confused. And I still don't know how to use half of this stuff, but anyway. So apparently I did things okay, that's good. Come on. I think I understand what I'm supposed to do. Ish. Ish? Like ish? I think. Whoop. And again, I am trying to fight these people's computer programs in a disc battle, so it's hard for me to concentrate on what people are saying in text form. I am dead. Or I'm de-rezzed. Sorry, I didn't die. Okay. Cool. go, get a recognizer, there we go. Come on. Oh! Ooh. Starting to look kind of good. I think I know what I'm doing here. You know. Okay, up. Okay, go. Okay, come on. There, at least sometimes it shows your name, and then sometimes it doesn't, and I'm like, wait, which one is me then? And it's kind of hard when they all look the same.
Match over.
Oh, Burgoo. I will attempt to clear in my definition of what I say. To be more clear in my definition of what I say. Okay, that would be good, Mike. I would very much appreciate that. So, did I fail? Am I allowed to progress? Probably not. If not, I'll just end the stream. But I mean, it's you know, it's fun enough. It's So, okay, let's see if I'm able to progress at all.
You need a few more matches under your belt before you're ready. Want to continue your training?
Dang Nibbit. I guess, I can... Everyone has a slightly different vocabulary. This is true. But I try to say words that aren't so big, because not everyone will understand. Words like extrapolation, or you know, just other bigger words that have some, you know, other meaning. Because I don't know what everyone, you know, looks in the dictionary and goes, I know this word. So I try to be clear in what I say, and if someone doesn't understand, I try to be even more clear and precise in what I say so that they understand, so that we all understand what we're saying. And yes, you know, I do sometimes I do make mistakes myself, and maybe say something, you know, when I'm frustrated and either playing the game and losing, or for whatever reason, and you know, I'll get slightly angry in some things I say, but then of course I go, well, you know what, I was wrong, and I shouldn't have said things that I didn't, that I was, you know, frustrated about or whatever, and just kind of needed to say something so that, you know, as a release in some way. But again, I'm clear. I'm like, well, I made a mistake, and I shouldn't have said that, and you know, I'm sorry, whatever. So it's just basically trying to be as clear as possible to whoever you're talking about, so that you all understand. I'm more of an extrapolate type. Extrapolation type? Or extrapolate with an E at the end. Whoops. I am doing the same thing over and over again and failing, because again, I am being distracted by trying to do this and also figure out what else to do and thinking about words to say. What's over here? Oh, doesn't matter, can't go through there. Anyways. I think about different meanings as to what people say. Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of times, again, well, I mean, people do say different things, and that's not what they mean. You know, for one reason or another. Which is why whenever I'm on stream or whatever, I try to be as clear as possible as what I'm actually, you know, saying to someone, so that there's no misunderstanding of what you know, whatever. It's like, oh no, that's a joke or whatever. Like, it's try to be more clear. you know, just with whatever it is. So even though like certain people will, you know, speak with using different words to describe things, whatever, but not everyone is like that. Especially when, as you know, some kids that watch my stream, they're like, you know, like Thomas the Nugget, right? Or it's the Nexus, you know, same person. They're like what, 14, 15? They're not gonna understand half of those words, like extrapolation, or you know, just other bigger words. Of course, I keep missing this. That you know, so if I were to say things, they kind of go, I don't fully understand what you're trying to say. So it's, I guess the idea would be to try to make it clear before they have to ask a question of what do you mean, that you've basically already have you know, made it clear what you mean. Good.
Sorry, program. I don't have time to talk right now.
Well then, that was good. Anyways, usually I can figure out where they are going, but understand other people, other possible directions. They may be going in the conversation. Sadly, it's probably a ton of assumption. Yes, it is. And that's where in text form, it is super hard to even try to figure out what someone is trying to actually say. A lot of times. Which is why, a lot of times when you're typing something, like, I will ask, you know, ask what do you mean, and try to understand, because I just don't want to assume what you're saying, and then, you know, let's say you were saying a joke, right? And then I got mad, because like, how would you say that, Mike? How dare you say that, or whatever. That offended me, Mike, or whatever. But then you're like, well, no, this is a joke, like, this is this, and it's like, oh, well, if you said it that way, I would have understood, you know, that type of thing. So it's, in text form, again, it's like if you would have said, let's say, whatever joke in person, or heard your voice, or at least I can kind of go, oh, well, that's a joke. Well, and that's the thing with me here, is that, well, you can, well, I mean, for the most part, you can see my face, and you can hear my voice, my tone of voice, if I'm obviously being sarcastic, or joking, or whatever. But in text, very hard to do. Even if someone types it like LOL or whatever, and it's like, they could type in LOL, but then actually not actually mean that, or whatever. Or something, I don't know. So, so that's why a lot of times it's, I mean, I don't know. And that's why whenever I'm on, like, it's, I have to, because my brain is, like, split in different parts, because I am trying to pay attention, I'm trying to, like, actually play the game, but then also someone's talking there, but then also have to just making sure the stream works and all that stuff. So a lot of times I'll backtrack on what I said and go, oh, well, I actually misspoke in half the things I said, because I'm like trying to think of 5 different things and wasn't concentrating on what I'm saying. So sometimes I'll repeat myself a lot when I don't realize it, because I'm trying to say something and then it's like, oh, right, I mean, what? I mean, right, because I'm like trying to, well, as you can see, I'm literally doing the loops in the same thing and failing the same way, because I'm trying to talk and think about what I'm talking at the same time, while also trying to have something go on while I'm talking. So even for me, I have to, especially, again, because I do have younger viewers that end up watching, like Thomas the Nugget or whatever, who do watch my stuff, and I have to make sure that they understand what I'm trying to say, even if it's just a regular whatever conversation or just me talking. They understand what I'm saying, that you know, again, if I make a mistake in what I'm saying, I go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, I meant actually meant this, or whatever. So, I mean, that's something too that a lot of Twitch streamers, or just people on YouTube or whatever, they kind of just say a lot of stuff without thinking about who's watching, or how could people interpret what they're saying. Again, especially when even just people like writing comments, right, on someone's YouTube channel, whatever, just the tone, you don't know what the actual tone is are they joking, are they serious? You know, they could be saying something on someone else's channel, it's like, oh, what are you trying to say? Like, what? And that's where you get a lot of different controversies or drama stuff or whatever, all from misinterpretations and misunderstandings. You know, where it could have been easily resolved in, you know, whatever way, if they were just either not doing it publicly and private messaging that person of whatever problem it is, instead of just going, oh, I'm going to comment on their YouTube channel or on their Twitter or whatever, and it's like a big thing, and then of course people will look at whatever was written down and go, oh, well, they clearly mean this, and of course it could be they're not as, you know, even what they were saying was, you know, incorrect, or they're, like, whatever. There's so many different things, again, with just text form. And then, of course, if someone does a video reaction or whatever, or comments about it on live streaming or something, and they're commenting on something that they might be misinterpreting as wrong, so... And to then say a final statement of like, well, this is clearly what they're saying, and so I'm gonna say this as my, you know, reaction or my reply or whatever, without actually going, oh, without, or saying something going, you know what, I'm actually not sure, this is, you know, I'm just assuming what this is, so I could be totally wrong, but they don't, a lot of times when someone reacts to something, either on a stream, a live stream, or on a video reply or whatever, they just say as if it's fact, and they don't really know. So it's, you know, the internet's just a place you gotta be careful with what you say and how you say it, and really think about you saying something. If you did state something wrong, you have to go, okay, this was wrong. I actually should not have said that, or shouldn't have treated the person this way, or assumed that they were treating me this way, and then be retaliating, and blah blah blah. So it's just a lot of, you have to be, again, be clear in what you're saying, and make sure that if you have misinterpreted something, that you go, okay, especially if it's something, you know, serious or whatever. But, I don't know. There's just a lot of that going on the internet. So especially for me, again, with younger viewers watching me, I just want to make sure that I'm still, you know, whatever, playing the game, having fun, whatever, but then when someone's actually talking to me, I state what I'm saying as clearly as possible, and then I make sure that I understand what they're saying, and not just assuming right away of exactly where it's like, okay, well, this sounds like this, but they could be, you know, have said the wrong words, basically. Or they're saying words where they think this is what it means, but then they, you know, like a lot of slang terms, right? People just say them, but they don't know what they mean because they just heard other people say it, or, you know, some of their favorite singers, like Logan Paul, you know, or Jake Paul. No, that's right, it'd be Jake Paul. Well, Logan Paul is it too, but like those are the guys like that have. It's a perfect example of, you know, just stating things without understanding what they're saying or whatever, and having different group types watching their channels and listening to whatever music they make or whatever, and almost like, you know, making it worse with what they're saying, and kind of almost making it, oh, it's almost like, you know, whatever, to bring people to their channel, they don't even care if they've, you know, listened to whatever it is correctly, or read, or whatever it is, if they interpret it the right way, because they're like, well, whatever I say, I'm gonna get all these views because it's gonna be more, whatever, hateful, or just more drama, all that stuff. It's like, no, you can't. It's like, if, like, it's just, you know, it's just it's a weird place, you know? It's a weird place, the internet. In the late 2000s, you know? But that's why I try to do my best. Again, I know sometimes I'll make mistakes, and I'll maybe say something without fully thinking it through, and then later I do, and I'll go, okay, I have to, you know, let people know that, yeah, I made a mistake. It was, you know, what I said was completely incorrect. or whatever, I reacted the wrong way because I misinterpreted what was said or what I heard or whatever. So, you know, it's just one of the things. So that's why I try to, as much as I can, be clear and precise in what I say, so that there's no misinterpretation, and no one can just take things. I mean, anyone could take anything out of context and make it, you know, goofy or sound bad. I mean, you know, most YouTube videos are that, you know, just taking clips out of content and out of context, and then making some sort of silly video or some sort of video, whatever. But I mean, the idea is that you're not saying something that could be taken out of context and going, oh well, if you actually look back at what they're saying, it's like, you know, it's similar to whatever, or, you know, I don't know. That the idea is what you're saying is more honest, I guess, would be the way. So even if someone did take it out of context, they can always go back to, if it's, you know, something like a live stream or a video or whatever, or even a text or something, it's like, oh, okay, well, clearly this is not what this person was saying. This person just took it out of context and made a thing out of it. So, you know, just, and even when I do, like, obviously if you know an individual and you're talking to, like, a friend or whatever, well, you know that they should understand what you're saying because you got to know them enough and you got to talk to them, so that you can say certain words like extrapolate, and they would understand, oh, I know what that means, you know. Whereas some other people will be like, I don't know what you're saying, so you just, you know, adapt to that, and just try not to assume the worst, whatever the worst, whatever the correct terminology would be. Do not assume anything negative yet until you fully have thought of what they're saying and understood what they're saying. Because if you just assume it's something bad, you're like, oh, this is clearly a negative thing they're saying, where it's like, oh wait, no, I misheard that or whatever. And you know, so that's why I try to see the best in things first before I jump to conclusions and go, oh, well, this is clearly a negative thing. It's like, no, you have to review it and just fully understand what's being said. Anyways, sometimes this happens where I get, you know, an actual conversation, I just totally go, right, I'm playing a game. I'm supposed to be. But anyways, you know, it's been what, an hour and 20 minutes, 27 minutes or so, me playing, which is fine. I'll definitely go back and play this game for sure. I mean, and hopefully go past this part, which is just me, I guess, winning or going to second place or whatever, figuring out whatever that game is, and progressing that way. But I will attempt to get some more, you know, Wii games and definitely some more GameCube games, because, again, I can actually play GameCube games now with this Wii, and eventually get Wii U, because then I can hopefully still be able to watch, like, YouTube on there and Netflix, because then I can kind of switch to that as more of my media watching console, or whatever. Because I mean, it'd be nice to not always have my Xbox One on all the time, give it a break, to use my Wii U, because I was hoping I could use the Wii as something like that, but of course YouTube took off their, you know, their old applications, devices that are old, whatever, that anything old is no longer, you know, being, maintained by YouTube. So of course the Wii old app was no longer in service, so but Netflix kept their app for the Wii working, but it looks like the end of this month is when they're like, yeah, no, Netflix on the Wii is gone. But they never said anything about the Wii U. But again, I haven't actually researched, because all I had to do was go on to Netflix on the Wii, and a thing showed up where it's like, oh, the services for Netflix on the Wii will be discontinued in the month or whatever. It gave a date. It's pretty sure it said January 30th, which is the end of the month, if I'm correct in remembering things. Well, 31st, whatever. So basically at that last week. Or maybe it said 31st, whatever. Again, I don't know. I can't remember. So, but yeah. So I'll, at some point get a Wii U, and hopefully that will last longer in being able to watch Netflix and YouTube and stuff, because that was a good way to do it, because you also have both. You have like the TV screen, and if you end up walking somewhere, you can just take the controller with you that has a screen and then watch it that way. But and of course now with my computer, my gaming computer is somewhat being better now with the RAM, I can play some more computer games, so But again, because I do want to finish, my Halo movie and work on other videos and stuff for both Twitch and YouTube, kind of have to not stream as much. I might stream maybe once or twice a week sometimes, just because of, filming a movie is kind of hard to do when you're live streaming as well. Though I have done it where I might do that sometimes, where I live stream me working out what I'm doing for the scene, but I can't actually record what I'm doing until, when OBS is running and streaming it. So I have to stop streaming and then be able to record it. Even through a SD card or micro SD, which is in here, it won't let me record because its resources are being used for through USB to the computer for OBS. So that's the thing. But anyways, if you look around the screen here, and you can see different things to check out, such as my Twitch and YouTube channels, because I do not only stream on Twitch, but I also stream on YouTube now, which I recently started to do, because I do upload these streams anyways to YouTube, so might as well just stream it, and it's automatically uploading. And of course, Mike left because he's like, wow, he just talked about YouTube and stuff, and other things, and communication. I'm not gonna watch this. Which is fine. Anyways, some people might find that interesting on my take on some of that stuff, but, whatever. Anyways, so I'll be trying to do more videos and whatever for both YouTube and Twitch, like I said. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to see whenever I do live stream, and also whenever I do upload other videos and whatnot. Mostly be gaming videos, but I might try to do other things. Maybe some more vlogs on YouTube. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Of course, you can also follow me on Twitch. Also in the information section of my Twitch channel, you can check out different things there, such as specs for my streaming computer, my gaming computer, and my internet. I also have clips, highlights, and let's plays on my Twitch channel. I do have some of those videos as well on YouTube, but again, I do want to make more content, do more things, but it takes more time, and I can't do the live streaming stuff and then also right after start working on a movie or a video or whatever. It just takes a lot of work. And I also do have other responsibilities as well, and like I said, in the past couple streams I have gotten extra responsibilities. So it's just, I have to balance that, meaning that kind of takes a little bit more precedent. So I have to get, maintain those responsibilities first, and then, then do the other things that I would like to do, such as streaming and making a movie and making videos for both Twitch and YouTube. So, but yeah, that's all I think I need to say about that. Of course, my voice is starting to get a bit raspy because I've been talking this whole time, and I've been drinking an energy drink, which does not help with the voice clearing up throatness, whatever. Though I feel like it's like I've been almost sick for a while. Like there's some some mucus or whatever. So it's like I'm like about to be sick, but then I'm not. So I don't know. At some point, I'm assuming I'll get sick. I just assume that. So we'll see how that all goes. But yeah. Anyways, enough of my yapping, my flapping my lips, saying words that may or may not be interpreted the correct way. Or incorrect way, or whatever. That's it for me for now. So, thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye-bye.